Okay, so I got 125 to the power of 2/3. So we got a fraction here. So as I said before, I like to put the fraction part first and the number outside. So 1/3 means the cube root. So what multiplied by itself 3 times would give us 125. Well, that's 5. And then 5 to be squared is 25. Now I've got the power of a half. It's outside the brackets, so it applies to everything inside the brackets. So 16 to the power of a half over 81 to the power of a half. The power of a half means square root. So square root of 16 over square root of 81. Square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 81 is 9. We got 16 to the power of 3 over 2. Sorry, 16 over 81 to the power of 3 over 2. So remember, it's brackets, so it applies to everything inside. So that's 16 to the power of 3 over 2 over 81 to the power of 3 over 2. I like to take the fraction part first. So that's 16 to the power of a half to the power of 3 over 81. 81 to the power of a half to the power of 3. The power of a half means square root, so square root of 16 to the power of 3 over square root of 81 to the power of 3. Square root of 16 is 4 to the power of 3 over 9 to the power of 3. And 4 to the power of 3 is 64. Oopsie daisy. 64. And 9 to the power of 3 is... Oopsie daisy. 9 to the power of 3 is... 729. Oopsie daisy, sorry, we're all over the shop. 729. 729. And can that be simplified? 664 over 729? It cannot. Okay, so then we've got 27 over 64 to the power of a third. So it's brackets, so it applies to everything inside the brackets. So 27 to the power of a third over 64 to the power of a third. Power of a third means the cube root. The cube root of 27 over the cube root of 64. What multiplied by itself 3 times gives me 27? 3. What multiplied by itself 3 times gives me 64? 4. So 3/4. We'll move on to the next set. So again, you should be trying to get ahead of me or pausing the video or putting the video on silent, whichever you prefer. So we got 27 over 64 to the power of 4/3. So it applies to everything inside the brackets. 27 to the power of 4 over 3 over 64 to the power of 4 over 3. So that is, I like to take the fraction part first. So it's 27 to the power of a third all to the power of 4 over 64 to the power of a third all to the power of 4. 27 to the power of a third is the cube root of 27 to the power of 4. 64 to the power of a third is the cube root of 64 to the power of 4. What number multiplied by itself 3 times gives me 27? Well, that's 3. It's to the power of 4. And the cube root of 64 is 4 to the power of 4. So 3 to the power of 4 is 81. And 64 to the power of 4 is, 4 to the power of 4 is 256. And we'll just double check, can that be simplified? So I'll put it into my calculator, 81 over 256. And that gives me, nope, that's the best fraction I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to stop the video there because it's getting a little long, and I'll move on with the next question in the next video.